Hey, what's up everyone? Adam here with brahwegotthis, and today I want to show you how you can earn a free pet, skin, personality, mount, and house this year by playing the Elder Scrolls Online. This is a video that I'm going to put in the description and reference a lot this year due to the fact that this is centered around the in-game events of ESO. This is going to explain the way you obtain the Unstable Morpholith Pet and all of its variants throughout the year. If you have any questions about any of this, you can always come by my Twitch chat at twitch.tv/brahwegotthis. You can come by Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. You can also join our Discord. The links to the Discord and Twitch are in the description below. And thank you for all the patrons that support the channel. I do appreciate it. Big shout out to you all. If you want to become a patron, the link is in the description as well for that. You can also follow me on Twitter at brahwegotthis, and our website is brahwegotthis.com. So the last 2 years of ESO, ZeniMax has allowed us to earn the Indrik mount variations. These were definitely really cool in their own right, but they were starting to get a little bit bland. So I, for one, am really excited for this new earnable collectible this year. And that's what this is. It is replacing the Indrik variations. So I personally don't know if you will ever be able to get the Indriks again. So just keep that in mind when you're asking that in the comments or something like that. But what this collectible is the Unstable Morpholith Pet. This pet will be able to be transformed into multiple exciting things throughout 2021, according to ZeniMax. Now, everything I'm going to tell you next is information that can always change if they decide to alter the rewards or values and stuff like that. But if you are unfamiliar with the structure of events, basically throughout the year of ESO, ZeniMax runs in-game events that reward players with all types of things like motifs, costumes, collectibles, achievements, double experience, you name it. They run yearly events like the Anniversary Jubilee event, which they celebrate the ESO anniversary. They run the Comical Jesters Festival. They run New Life Festival, Undaunted events, etc., etc. They always seem to add new ones every year as well, but you can almost always guarantee that there will be at least one event in every month. This is where you obtain the rewards and currency that allow you to get the yearly collectible. This currency is event tickets. In order to get these, it's different in every event, but they usually are really easy to obtain each day that you log on during the events. They also limit the amount that you can obtain each day to usually around 2 to 3 tickets. Again, it's per event. Now, you can only hold 12 event tickets per account, so if you're full or if you have 11 or 12 of these and you're about to do the event activity that gives you event tickets, you will actually lose those tickets because your character can't hold any more than 12. So you have to make sure you clear currency space. And that's what I tell people in all my event guides is you need to make sure that you never turn in any event reward when you have full event tickets or you'll lose them. Now, where and how do you spend these tickets? Well, there is an NPC called the impresario. She resides in multiple locations across Tamriel, but the main ones are in Vocal Guard, which is in Ardon in the Aldemary Dominion. You've got one in Daggerfall, that is in the Glonumbra zone for Daggerfall Covenant. You've got one in Davin's Watch, which is in Stonefall zone for the Ebonheart Pact. You've got one in Solitude in the Greymoor zone, Western Skyrim. You got one in Alinor, which is in the Somerset zone, and there's other locations as well. You'll see here at the tent, and you can browse her rewards at all of these locations. So instead of the Indriks this year, we are getting the Unstable Morpholith variants. The amazing thing about these is currently they cost less event tickets than the Indriks did, which in turn hopefully means this will be a little easier to obtain all the rewards compared to the Indriks. Because with the Indriks, you really couldn't miss certain days of the events throughout the year or you would probably not get your mounts. So let's break down the new system and how it works with this pet. So instead of getting 4 fragments like you needed with the Indriks, to get the base Unstable Pet, you need to collect one of each of its 3 fragments. These fragments are called Deadlands Flint, Rune-Etched Striker, and Smoldering Bloodgrass Tinder. These fragments are going to be available in every single event this year. This is important, and you'll see why here in a second. Each of these fragments only costs 5 tickets per fragment, so it's a total of 15 tickets to get the Unstable Morpholith Pet. This is 25 less tickets than the Indrik base mount, so right there, it's so much easier to get this pet than the mount. Now, this pet can morph into a couple things according to ZOS. They have announced that throughout the quarters this year, so Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4, each quarter will have a reward that you can morph your pet into. Q1 is the skin, Q2, according to the PTS, is the personality, and I'm assuming that Q3 will be the mount, and then there will be the house 2 that they've announced, so that would be probably Q4's reward. This is pretty epic in my opinion. First of all, to actually morph the fragments into your pet, all you gotta do is go to the collectibles tab in your UI. And once you have all 3 base Unstable Morpholith Pet fragments, you just, double click one of them and it will combine into the pet, and it'll be in the flying pets section for your non-combat pets. Now, like I said, each one of these are going to be available in certain quarters. Right now, the one that you can work towards when it comes to the variant is the skin. How Zos sets this up is every event in the said quarter will have an upgrade fragment for the newest transformation. So the fragments for the skin are the rune-scribed Daedra hide, the rune-scribed Daedra sleeve, and the rune-scribed Daedra veil. Now, at the recording of this video, they only have the Daedra hide available from the Mid-Year Mayhem event. The next 2 fragments are going to be available in other events in Q1. The next event coming, according to the schedule, was the Tribunal Festival, which will launch later this month, I believe. So make sure to like, subscribe, and heavy attack that bell icon to stay up to date here in the channel so you won't miss any of my event guides or content, because I will be covering all of that. But let's talk about the upgrade fragments. Each of those will cost 10 event tickets, meaning you'll need to get a total of 30 event tickets to get all of those upgrade fragments. Once you have those, you can transform your pet into the said reward. Now, this is 10 less event tickets than the indriks. I love that. However, we do need to note again that Zos can change this if they want, but currently the rate is really good. And something to note with this is every single quarter, when they switch from the skin to the personality to the mount to the house for the upgrade fragments, the previous upgrade fragments are not going to be sold at the impresario. So if you do not get your upgrade fragments for the skin by the end of quarter 1, you will probably not be able to get the skin unless they bring it back. So you got to keep that in mind. Now, a very, very important thing you need to understand with this is you will need to obtain the pet multiple times in order to get the different transformations based off of the indriks. So what do I mean by this? Well, if you get the base pet and then the upgrade fragments for the skin, when you transform the pet into the skin, you will lose the pet based off of how the indriks worked in the past. Because for indriks, you had the base mount. And then when you got the berries that morphed the base mount into the variation, you lost your base mount. So with that logic, you will obtain a pet and then the upgrade fragments for the skin, morph it into the skin. And then for the personality, you're going to need to obtain the base pet again. So you'll need to buy the 3 5 event cost fragments to make the Morpholith pet. And then you're going to need the personality upgrade fragments to morph that into the personality. For the mount, you're gonna need the pet again, and same with the house. This is something that a lot of people miss with this. You will need the pet every time before you morph it into a new variant based off of the logic of how the indriks worked. And remember, the previous variant upgrade fragments, so like the upgrade skin fragments, are going to go away with each quarter. So by the end of quarter 1, if you do not have the skin, you will not be able to grab those fragments in quarter 2 or quarter 3. Again, if you have any questions about any of this, you can always leave a comment below. You can always come to the Twitch stream. I'll be live, like I said, 3 days a week. But that is the guide, y'all, for this. It's pretty simple when you actually break it down. Again, you're only going to need 15 fragments to get the base pet, and then you're going to need 30 event tickets to upgrade it into whatever the quarter upgrade variation is. So again, it's either the skin, the personality, the mount, or the house. If you like this, again, make sure to like, subscribe, heavy attack that bell icon to stay up to date on more content. You can always follow me on Twitter at brahwegotthis, and this will be up on the website eventually at brahwegotthis.com. We are really investing in that this year. So I hope you guys and gals like this video. Again, you can join our Discord as well. The link is in the description. But until next time, y'all, just look out for my Tribunal event guide and every other guide in the channel. But just have faith, be great, and I'll see you on ESO.